question on reclaiming ancestral voices. How do you define the process of doing that? How do you reclaim the narratives of the ancestors? And how does it shape, how does it influence you as you're conducting this journey?
Thank you for the question. I would like to think that my earlier journey came out of family stories, oral history. And I decided that some of this oral history was so important for us not to lose. So I started just writing little bits and pieces of what my mother and my grandmother said, and what my mother said, my grandmother and her grandmother said. And just bits and pieces started to enter my writing. And then what I realized, because if you know my body of work, I have different themes: family, love, politics, and science, I would say, and other. But initially it was family first. And what I realized is when I sent out poems with the family stories, those were the ones that they picked up first for publication. So that was my first entry into the true life of a poet, because that is when you start getting your work published and noticed. And then I said, okay, well, there's something to this. This is before I really started studying the area. So I continued to look at the important, I would say important factors, because for us, I'm from a family of 5 girls, my generation, and 1 brother. And therefore, we were woman-centered. And so the voice of the woman was important to us. In Jamaica, which is not so, I think it's balanced in terms of whether it's patriarchal or matriarchal, but I think for us, we were very matriarchal because we were 5 strong women. And my mother was also a strong person. And my grandmother had to be strong because her husband went to war and got sick and died, and she had to take care of the 3 children, grow them up on her own. And the history started evolving, and we realized the strength of the woman that has been coming from generation to generation to generation. And it also, the strength of the woman is not without the spiritual self. That is what in our family, I think I made a little note that said we are in the image of God and we are spirit beings, and our talents, which the Holy Spirit deposits in us, makes us want to seek after God and godliness, makes us want to do the right thing, makes us want to overcome our obstacles. So it is so important that as women, we recognize the wholesomeness of each individual. And it's in no way I'm bashing men. I'm saying as women, we have had to be the backbone sometimes of the family. And in doing that, we have gained an inner strength. And just like trauma that is passed on, I believe this overcoming spirit is also passed on.
Excellent, excellent. For the